Magical School Adventures, The Chronicles of Eldwyn Academy. Nestled in the heart of Glenwood Valley, hidden from the eyes of ordinary people, stood Eldwyn Academy, a school like no other. Surrounded by ancient forests, glistening waterfalls, and towering mountains, the academy was a place where magic thrived in its purest form. Its sprawling grounds held secrets as old as time, and its towering castle-like structure radiated enchantment. Every tower, hallway, and classroom seemed alive with magic, whispering stories of the countless young witches and wizards who had walked its halls. For Lila Fenwick, a curious 13-year-old with fiery red hair and an adventurous spirit, stepping through Eldwyn's golden gates for the first time felt like a dream come true. She had always known she was different. Objects would float when she was angry, animals seemed to understand her thoughts, and once, a wildflower had burst into bloom simply by her touch. When her acceptance letter arrived, delivered by a golden phoenix that disappeared in a burst of flames, she couldn't contain her excitement. Eldwyn was where she belonged. The first day at Eldwyn was a whirlwind of wonder. Lila marveled at the enchanted carriages that brought students to the castle, the talking portraits that lined the hallways, and the shimmering great fountain in the courtyard that seemed to sing when the wind passed through it. The grand hall, with its floating candles and enchanted ceiling reflecting the sky, was abuzz with laughter and anticipation as students gathered for the sorting ceremony. A glowing, ancient orb known as the sorting crystal determined which of the 4 houses each student would join. Tempest, for the brave and daring. Solara, for the wise and inventive. Lumina, for the kind and compassionate. Obscura, for the cunning and resourceful. When it was Lila's turn, the crystal shone a brilliant gold before announcing, "Tempest." She was soon seated with her new housemates, where she met Max Alder, a mischievous boy with a talent for levitation spells, and Amara Blackwood, a quiet yet sharp girl with an affinity for summoning magic. The 3 quickly became inseparable, their bond forged through shared curiosity and a knack for getting into trouble. As the weeks passed, Lila and her friends immersed themselves in the magical world of Eldwyn. They attended lessons on spellcasting, potion brewing, and magical creatures, all taught by eccentric yet brilliant professors. However, it wasn't long before they noticed something unusual. A strange fog had begun to creep from the nearby Veilwood Forest. Unlike ordinary mist, this fog shimmered faintly, and if you stood close enough, you could hear whispers carried within it. The older students spoke in hushed tones about the Veilwood, calling it cursed. Some claimed it was home to shadowy creatures. Others spoke of ancient relics buried within its depths. The teachers dismissed the rumors, insisting that the fog was harmless. But when students began reporting strange dreams and magical mishaps near the forest's edge, Lila couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. One evening, while studying in the library, Max stumbled upon an ancient, dust-covered book titled The Secrets of the Veilwood. The book spoke of an artifact called the Astralis Amulet, an object of immense power that had been hidden in the forest centuries ago. According to legend, the amulet was cursed. If it fell into the wrong hands, it could unleash chaos upon the world. What if the fog is a sign that someone's trying to find the amulet? Amara whispered, her wide eyes scanning the text. Then it's up to us to stop them, Lila declared, her fiery determination shining through. Despite the Academy's strict rules forbidding students from entering the Veilwood, Lila, Max, and Amara couldn't ignore the growing threat. Late one night, armed with a borrowed map from the library, a few enchanted tools, and their wits, they snuck out of the castle and into the forest. The Veilwood was unlike anything they had imagined. The trees were impossibly tall, their twisting branches forming intricate patterns that seemed to glow faintly under the moonlight. The air was heavy with magic, and the ground was covered in luminous moss that pulsed with light as they stepped on it. Their journey was anything but smooth. They encountered shifting paths that led them in circles, magical traps left by the forest's ancient guardians, and mischievous sprites who tried to steal their supplies. At one point, They were surrounded by a pack of shadowy beasts with glowing red eyes, but Amara's quick thinking saved them. She summoned a herd of spectral deer to distract the creatures while they escaped. Finally, after what felt like hours, they reached the heart of the forest. There, in a clearing surrounded by ancient stones etched with glowing runes, they found the Astralis Amulet. It hovered above a pedestal, radiating an otherworldly light. But as Lila reached out to examine it, the ground trembled and the fog thickened. From the shadows emerged a cloaked figure, their face obscured, and with them came an army of shadow beasts. The cloaked figure revealed themselves to be Malvek, a rogue sorcerer who had once been a student at Eldwyn. Banished years ago for dark magic, he had returned to claim the amulet and its power. "You children should have stayed in your dormitories," Malvek sneered, but Lila and her friends stood their ground. Using every ounce of courage and skill they had, they fought back. Max used his levitation magic to hurl rocks and branches at the beasts. Amara summoned glowing wolves to defend them, and Lila discovered a hidden talent. She could channel her magic into a protective shield that deflected attacks. The battle was intense, but the trio's teamwork and determination proved stronger than Malvek's greed. Together, they deciphered the ancient runes around the pedestal, reactivating the seal that bound the amulet's power. As the final rune glowed brightly, Malvek and his beasts were banished into the shadows, and the forest fell silent once more. When the trio returned to the academy at dawn, exhausted but victorious, they were met with a mixture of awe and stern reprimands from the teachers. While they were scolded for breaking the rules, their bravery and quick thinking earned them the respect of their peers and professors. The fog lifted and life at Eldwyn returned to normal, or as normal as it could be in a school of magic. Lila, Max, and Amara's friendship grew stronger, and they became known as the Tempest Trio, always ready for the next challenge. But Lila couldn't shake the feeling that this was only the beginning. Eldwyn Academy held many secrets, and she was determined to uncover them all. After all, every great adventure starts with a spark of curiosity, and in a school as magical as Eldwyn, the possibilities were endless. The end, or perhaps just the beginning. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Wide Scope for more diverse content. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Also, please suggest ways I can create better quality videos so that I can provide you with even better content in the future.